This Pyrex pattern is called Woodland. It was presented and offered in 1970 and was sold until 1983. Welcome, you're visiting from?
Rhode Island.
I'm glad you found us.
Thank you. It's beautiful over on the West Coast. This is my first visit here. It's absolutely gorgeous. My husband's working in Bremerton, and I had a chance to come out and visit him, and it's breathtaking.
Come on in.
Thank you. So this brings back a lot of memories.
Doesn't it,
yes. This set, yeah. Gift, bridal shower gift.
In 1982.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
When I get a donation, ooh, well, that is funny. It doesn't break. It's Pyrex. So if I have two of something, I would bring one out for sale.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Interesting. You're welcome.
I think I might have made a mistake referring to this as coming out in 1970. The Woodland design came out in 1978. Wonderful stacking bowls.
I'm so excited to go in here.
My godmother gave me when she cleaned out her house. One that was sort of like this and has a separation like that, a divided. This is super. Love it.
I'm glad you're here.
You know, my cousin was with Andy Warhol, and he was one of the artists at that time. And when he ran out of money, he would just take a Campbell soup can and have Andy sign it and give it to, or ask it for money. He was sort of. That's a terrible thing to say, but it was true.
It's a wonderful thing to say. I wish he was here selling them. I'd buy one.
Oh, yeah, it would be worth something now, that's for sure. That's great. You're right. Oh, these are iconic. Love the turquoise. You like me to say I'm from New York?
You can say it again and again.
Oh, sure. This is my first time visiting. I'm here from New York.
I'm glad you're here because I think the only other Pyrex Museum is in Corning, New York.
Oh, yes.
that makes
Yeah, I knew
sense.
people who moved. Their parents worked for Corning or something. They went
Yeah.
state.
See, now you can say you were here.
I am. I can say I'm here and I was there. I can't believe it. This is amazing.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Oh, the colors are great. They really capture the era, everything.
A lot of Pyrex, huh?
Oh man, it looks like Grandmom's house. My grandma. That and Tupperware. You have any of that? Tupperware. I have to show that.
And oh, those recipes of the 70s. Thanks for visiting the Pyrex Museum.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And you look so beautiful. You just look great amongst the Pyrex pieces.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow, the 70s.
When I first came here,
Uh-huh.
I think it was you. I took a picture in here.
Yes, I took a picture of you, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is where you got
Yeah,
that bowl.
that is where I got the bowl.
This is so 70s. I love it.
You said this is a time warp.
Yeah.
It sure is,
I
isn't
can
it?
see myself being in the 40s because I love the long dresses and I love the hair and how they have their hair back and the pins in their hair. But I would not be the type to stay home and cooks. It was the stuff that you remember coming home to and smelling that tuna casserole or that brownies being cooked.
And we have more visitors. You are from?
Naugatuck, Connecticut.
From both of you? Do you know what Pyrex is? Well, I'm going to show you. Come on in. The Pyrex Museum. Pyrex is a type of glassware. They started a long, long time ago. And I'll show you some pieces that I bet your grandmother put macaroni and cheese in, or a tuna casserole.
Green is my favorite color.
I like green too. That's kind of, what kind of green is that?
I don't know. It looks like apple green.
It does, doesn't it? Thanks for sharing that.
This place is kind of fun.
I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming in. Bye. The spring blossom design that came out in 1972, that avocado green, that came out with another design in 1979. A little bit of a different color. The flowers are smaller, but is still called spring blossom. The question was brought up today, insisting that they were two different Pyrex designs. Spring blossom is this design, even though some refer to it as crazy daisy. Crazy daisy and spring blossom are actually both spring blossom. It is confusing, so I've just repeated what I've told others other times. Welcome, ladies, to the Pyrex Museum.
Oh, well, thank
Hi.
you. Yeah, we had those when I was a kid. I mean, lots of this stuff. That is... Oh, yeah, that's fun. Was this, what do you think this was, an hors d'oeuvre thing? Or a casserole, maybe?
Sure, I'll take a picture of the three of you. That design is called Forest Fancies. Introduced in 1980. When you see the white inside the Pyrex, it's called opal, no matter what the design is on the outside. The opal ceased in 1986. This was one of the final patterns for opal Pyrex. Also, this harvest pattern called Autumn Harvest was also the end of an era. These are all Pyrex designs. Welcome to the Pyrex Museum.
Thank you, Amy.
It's a hoot. You'll enjoy.
Oh, I just can't believe this place. It's so awesome. If I could live like this, I would be a happy woman. Happy. Like, with all this. It brings back a lot of memories. A lot of good memories.
I'm glad you're here today.
Yeah, thank you, Amy, and it's good to see you. It's been a long time. Ready? Who would know that Pyrex, of all things, would have their own museum?
This design is called Golden Rose. It's a very different color, kind of a very soft peachy color, and very hard to find this. But these,
where are the really old ones then? Or
well, these pieces are mid 40s to mid 80s. So this is you're a newbie, you're a Pyrex newbie. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. When we were first married, we had those dishes.
Oh, the Crazy Daisy, which is the spring
Oh,
blossom.
We had the white. They broke if you.
They're not supposed to break.
When they break,
They shattered.
they shatter.
Oh yes.
These right here?
These were the dishes that we had when we were first married.
Are you familiar with Pyrex?
Not that much.
Not that much. Well, come on in and I'll show you around.
Oh, okay.
When you were a kid, you went?
When I was a kid, my mom would still be using Pyrex and everything. Flounder. She'd always make flounder in this big old blue Pyrex pan.
Oh, maybe we can find it.
Like glass style one.
Well, I'm glad you shared that story. And she cooked fish in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Good Pyrex story. Bye, thanks for coming in.
Oh, no problem. Have a nice day.
You too.
Set, and slowly over time some of them busted, but I think we've still got a couple of the bigger ones, you know, this size.
Uh-huh.
But it was a different color. Probably yellow, I think, was kind of one of the bigger ones. One down there in the
Yeah, that's
fourth row from the bottom.
exactly. I think this bowl is mentioned the most. What did you remember in that bowl?
Probably potato salad in the yellow bowl.
Okay, you're the second one that has mentioned that in the last couple of days.
Yeah, I don't remember what we had in the other ones because some of them got broken over time.
Mm-hmm.
The other colors that we used to have, there was a smaller blue one, you know, for just a small,
Well, that
like vegetables or something.
to that set.
Yeah, except it was it was like this color, but I think it was a different shape. Maybe it was that one. That one seemed smaller than I remembered, but of course I was a young kid then at the time, so maybe that was the one. Very, very interesting displays here of this Pyrex.
Well, thank
I've
you.
enjoyed seeing it.
I'm glad.
Brings back some memories.
You're from
I'm from Mercer Island.
Mercer Island.
Yes.
I'm glad you're here today. Come on in and visit.
Thank you.
Natalie,
Yeah,
this looks like your chairs.
they do look like my chairs. You have a Pyrex Museum.
And I love that you're here today.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I think my mom had these.
Pyrex?
Oh, look at this
Mhm.
one. Didn't you
Oh,
have that?
I think so.
you had that.
Probably.
That looks familiar from when I was
Does
growing
it?
up. Yes.
That one's more, I think it was more like that one.
Oh, funny.
The spring
The
blossom.
spring blossom, yes.
Here to me.
Yeah, this one too, right here.
That's the same pattern.
I know, this one.
Yeah.
We did, definitely.
Yes, that is the spring blossom.
Mm-hmm.
Another Pyrex design that is hard to find is this one. It is called Empire Scroll. And this design, it is called Olive Medallion. The golden scroll is a little more common. So many wonderful designs. I'm glad you're here today.
Yeah.
Come on in and take a peek at a lot of new things since you were here last.
This stuff lasts forever.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I'm still using mine.
You too? In
Yeah.
fact, I have a bowl of my mother's that I've managed to keep in one piece. I remember when Pyrex was top of the line, and when you were a bride, you just hoped you'd get a Pyrex baking dish. Because how else could you make that horrible tuna casserole that everybody had, especially on Friday nights? You gotta remember it.
Well, I'm so glad everybody was here today. It's Pyrex after all.